Good evening, folks. Once again, I am the Master of Ceremonies, the King of Kings, Diamundo. We got another round of Haven coming up. Or actually, we're going to engage in another round of Haven. Let's see how far we can get with this game. So, without further ado, let's take care of it. And thankfully, we're streaming and not merely recording. Long ago, I actually pressed the record button instead of the stream button when I tried to play Journey to the Savage Planet, so I may get back into that game into the future. But anyway, enough talk. Let's do this.
Do you think that the big door is still open?
I hope so.
Come see.
What? Oh, so cool! A beach! Looks like the ones on Beauty that my mom and I used to go to.
Lucky you.
Oh, too bad there's no bridge leading there. We could use a dip.
We could jump.
What?
It isn't that high, and the water looks deep. If we jump straight, it probably won't hurt.
Let's do it! I'm game!
Seriously?
Of course! You just said that it's safe.
Then let's go for it.
Well, aren't you jumping?
It's kinda high, actually.
You're the one who said it wasn't that high.
I know. But now that we decided we should jump, it feels like 5 or 6 meters higher.
Do you want me to jump first?
No, it's all good. It was my idea. I'll jump first.
Okay.
You're coming next, right? You're not leaving me alone down there.
Of course. As soon as you get out of the way, I'll jump. Well, unless you hurt yourself, or you tell me, no, you, don't go.
Okay. I might scream a little.
Oh, yeah, I will too.
All right. Jump on 3. 1,
2.
3!
You didn't jump.
I thought I didn't. My own legs betrayed me. Okay, let's try again. Together?
Okay, together. You're not gonna chicken out this time.
Not if you're holding my hand.
Okay.
1, 2, 3!
Woo! It's so warm.
Maybe it's because it's closer to the core. Or maybe it's sheltered from the winds above.
Who cares why? Come on, let's get suited up.
This is a lot better. This is a good place to sit down, isn't it?
It's perfect. Okay, that settles it. I am never leaving this planet.
That wasn't on the cards anyway.
I hear you, but they have cream berries growing right on the ground. Isn't that heavenly?
I can't wait to cook it.
Huh? Why would you cook cream berries? You can just eat cream berries raw.
Are you telling me you've never had creamberry flambé? Creamberry custard? Creamberry fondue?
Stop, stop, stop. Enough. I want it now.
What do you...
Everything. Everything you just said.
I don't think we'll have enough creamberry for...
We'll find more. Get to it. It's a creamberry hunt. Creamberries.
We're on a paradise island. Of course there's creamberries. Sand in between my toes. I was missing that.
The grass is tickling me. Dare to jump?
You betcha. After the one we just did, this one isn't gonna scare me.
Then let's go!
Hey, wait for me! This water's almost too warm. It's not even refreshing. You?
You gotta see this. I found...
Breathe.
I found a cave.
A cave?
A cave.
Underwater?
Underwater. There's even an air pocket.
I'll follow you. Wow.
You didn't believe me.
Whatever. I believed you this whole time.
Okay, how awesome is this?
It's super awesome. This light.
Yeah, I have no idea where that's coming from.
Looks like it's shining through the rock. I've never seen such a thing.
Have you ever seen this? Stalagmites go up, stalactites come down, cool. But those floating in between? What are they?
Fascinating. There's no other word.
Save some of your amazement for later. There's a tunnel going that way. We might find more stuff there. Looks like it's getting wider.
Sounds like there's an echo as well.
Whoa, so cool. Matchmaker swindler, you're nothing but a heartbreaker. Apiary, you are done, we're gonna kick you in the butt. Yeah, it's really not the best place to chat, though.
It isn't. Keep going. There it is. Water again. We must be close to an exit. Ah!
What?
Something's got my foot!
Ah, quick, let's go.
I can't! My foot's stuck!
Pull!
Ah!
Hold on, I'm coming.
No, you go ahead. It could grab you too.
Stop talking this flute. I'm not leaving you behind. Don't move. It's a shell.
Huh?
Your foot is stuck in a shell. Hold on. Pulling isn't gonna work. Just try and twist it like this.
Must have been a really strong mollusk.
Nope. It's empty. You really stuck your foot in a shell. All by yourself. Like a big girl.
It's a nice shell, though.
Yeah. And you almost broke it.
You could at least congratulate me for finding it. Isn't there any way I could turn this ridiculous moment into something positive?
Girl, you stuck your foot in a shell.
Okay.
We are so bringing this back to the nest. I want to remember this moment every day that I wake up. Where are we?
I think we just came out on the other side of the island.
Oh, nice. I'm out of my depth.
Want to swim to that rock?
Which one? Back on solid ground. Break. Are you sure this'll work?
It's not ideal, but for a lack of a better option, cranberry oil will offer some UV protection. That way, your skin will only burn a little bit.
Stop it. That's not funny.
Nah, don't worry. If we don't linger here for hours, it should do just fine. You might even get a little tan.
I'd like to see that. You're applying double on my shoulders, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is terrible. I smell like creamberries. I want to eat myself.
I would also like to eat you.
I don't think you need to apply any there.
Oh, really? Should I stop?
No, keep going. I don't feel like going back up.
We'll be back.
I sure hope so. Hey, what would we have done if there hadn't been a thread to bring us back up? You didn't even think about that?
Well, neither did you.
I was just trusting you. And I'm glad I did. But I am starting to wonder.
We would have found a way.
Okay, very comforting. You're lucky this little beach sesh turned out to be a really great idea.
That feels better.
Do you want to go in front?
No, thank you. I'm too scared to lose sight of you. Ready? Now! Now what? Oh, blute!
This one's ready.
Yep,
Your turn.
I'm on it.
One left.
Poor guy didn't see it coming. Nice shot.
Okay. Target left.
Wow.
Nice one.
Nice shot. Ah!
Go, go, Kay. Dodge this one.
Keep them coming. Let's get it over with.
And
Shouldn't we
done.
pacify
instead?
Done and done.
The lights are on. Wow, what a mess.
Just our luck to stumble upon a landfill.
Unless it's some kind of hoarder's house.
Who could live in such a place? There's barely enough room to stand.
No, but look, there's a tunnel.
You can't possibly. Where are you going?
I'm just looking.
It's gonna collapse on you.
No way! It's actually pretty Ah!
Blute! Get out of there!
Ah! I'm stuck! Pull my feet!
Hold on.
Thank you. All right, just say it. You told me so.
Later. Let's get out of here before the domino effect. I just felt a raindrop. but the sky is still pretty clear.
Sorry, my bad. My armpits are sweating a bit.
Was worth it, wasn't it?
Sure was.
It's crazy. It really feels like you're flying.
Well, technically. I can't wait to fly over all this in the nest.
Source seen from the sky. That must truly be a sight to behold. I don't know why we didn't appreciate it when we arrived. Nice. That's some good growing. something new with your hair lately?
Why?
I don't know. It looks shinier than usual. On your mark.
Anytime.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
You? Ah! One to go.
Ready when you are.
All set.
Oh, did I miss?
Don't think so. Go, girl.
Ooh, that looks bad.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
She's ripe for the picking.
Harvest time. That's how we rock. What a chicken. Now we're talking! This is exactly what an unknown planet should feel like. Have you ever seen this color grass?
Only in black.
What's up? Did you get a cold? I told you, you have to cover up your butt at night. It's a prime target for colds.
Achoo!
Do you need a hanky?
Achoo!
Okay. Should I start to worry?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I think my allergies are acting up.
You have allergies?
Achoo!
This is quite unfortunate.
It'll pass. I just need my immune system to acclimatize itself.
You want to backtrack?
No, it's...
You okay?
There's a sneeze stuck in my nose.
You need to look into a light source. It could be the sunshine or... Ah! There you go! What were you looking at?
You? I guess you are my light source.
Oh, please.
Agent dislocated. Arrest in progress.
Loot!
Attempted escape registered.
Them again?
So long, Hornets! I guess we could skip our next meal seeing all the pollen we're eating now. Rust.
Saw that. Oh, I have a feeling you're gonna like this. Another abandoned drone.
Poor little guy. He must be wondering where everyone went.
What kind is that?
Drop hat.
Drone for autonomous pat roll?
Almost. Drone for autonomous patty cake. It's a drone that plays patty cake. No, I'm joking. It's patrol. Looks like this one's fully loaded. It's got hypo propellers.
Is that good or not good?
Adds a lot of weight, uses a lot of energy, but it allows you to land on uneven terrain. Like if we didn't have those on the nest, we would have crashed.
Pretty good then.
Pretty good. Let's take it.
Right now, or...
Yeah, let's get it over with. To the nest! Okay, let's get to work.
This is starting to look pretty good. So, as the mistress of the house, how do you like it?
Yes! This looks a whole bloop better now. I'm sorry. Take two. That wasn't a very mistressy answer. Well, madam, I dare say that these lanterns and curtains in the entranceway are adding an undeniable flair to this humble ship.
Do they? My lady, I do declare these tapestries were hand-sewn from the utmost luxurious bath towels.
Delightful.
And these luminaries were handcrafted using the ancient art of papier-mâché.
You don't say. Truly, Lady Kay, you have worked some miracles. I cannot wait to observe what you have achieved with the interior adornments.
If you would please follow me into the bedroom.
Ho, Lady Kay. How cavalier.
I am sorry, my dear. I don't know what came over me. Might your presence be giving me vertigo, as it were?
That was nonsense.
Carry on with the scene.
Oh. What do you say we take a look at the dining room? I am eager to discover the delectable feast which your kitchen clerks have prepared for us.
Ah, yes. I'm afraid my clerks have taken leave for the day.
Thus, we shall content ourselves with your own cooking talents, as I am sure you would never allow for a lady's stomach to stand idle.
I wouldn't dare.
I'm going to pop an apple brew.
I'm coming. Do you remember why we climbed up here?
Because we're allowed to do absolutely anything we want.
Okay, but wouldn't we be a lot better down there in the grass? This really isn't very comfortable.
I like it here. You can feel the nest purring underneath.
You must be the only person in the world who prefers the sound of an engine to silence.
On Source? You bet. Think about it. We would probably get arrested on top just for doing this. You know, what's it called? Indecent exposure.
Not on Truth.
Really?
Nope. As long as there's no deliberate intent to provoke.
And how do you determine whether or not there's a deliberate intent to provoke?
That is the question.
Anyway, we get arrested on Truth just for being together, so I have no idea how anyone can live like that with all of those restrictions. Don't love each other. Don't walk around naked. Don't drive over 800 lum an hour.
You're confusing things. You can't just reject every law.
Wanna bet?
One needs laws as a foundation for a society, if only to protect the weak against the stronger.
As if that's what laws are for.
That's what they should be for.
I'm just saying, there should only be one law. Don't do unto others as you wouldn't have done unto you.
What if someone still does it?
They get punished.
Would you like to get punished?
Okay, 2 laws then. 1, don't do unto others as you wouldn't have done unto you. 2, except if they break rule number 1.
Watch out. You're on the verge of writing a whole constitution.
Blah, blah, blah. No, but seriously, everyone knows deep down what is or isn't good.
Is that your conclusion after observing the apiary?
All right, sure. But in the apiary, people aren't free to do what they want. And that's why it makes them frustrated, angry, self-centered. But if everyone in the world were as free as we are, as happy as we are, don't you think the world would be a better place?
I think my back hurts. Don't you want to go back on the grass?
Ugh, you have a real issue with freedom. You know what will make this better?
Ice cream.
Exactly.
We could make some if you want, but this will probably be cold by the time we're done.
Forget it then. Well, what is it?
I thought it would be quite obvious. It's a present.
Great, I see that, but what is it?
Open it, silly.
That's just the shell. Wait. What did you do?
I thought it had a nice soundboard, so I added a bridge, some strings. You said you were missing your guitar.
This is so cool!
I was afraid you wouldn't like it.
Are you joking? It's bluting amazing. I can't believe you managed to do all this right under my nose. Is it in tune?
I did my best.
Ooh. How did you come up with this thing?
I was tired of seeing this shell as a reminder of my mishap in the cave.
What mishap? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is just the shell you turned into a guitar because you're the best lover ever, isn't it?
Are you gonna play a song?
No way. I haven't played a guitar in years, let alone a shell guitar. I'll need to dust off my skills first. But soon, I promise. Improve what, exactly?
Do you think that the big door is still open?
I hope so.
One day we're gonna break a limb doing this.
And it will be worth it. Too bad there's no one here to watch us do this. If I take the wrong way, let me know, okay?
I'm not a radar.
Did you watch my move?
No, I was too focused on mine. Did you see it?
No.
Let me know when you're tired of being in front.
I'm okay for now.
Sorry, we have to...
Hey, close your mouth. A bug's gonna fly in.
Unless he eats bugs.
Oh, then you're doing great. Keep it up. Watch out! Your turn.
I got this.
You know what to do.
Yep.
This one's ready.
I'm on it.
Your turn.
I got this.
Are you okay? One left. Bam! Now's not the time.
Oh, they're up to something.
Oh, did I miss?
Don't think so.
Oh, come on!
Loot! I got this. Starting to look pretty tired.
Your turn.
I got this. Well done. We make a good team.
There's no way you... sit.
This one has a hilarious shape.
For real. Been there.
Well, yeah, that's where we came from.
I hope we'll find some new parts for the nest.
Well, I hope we don't come across any hornets.
drone. Do you think that they developed a new kind especially to explore Source?
Are you joking? It's a pallet jack.
A what?
Haven't you ever set foot in a warehouse?
What would I do in a warehouse? I'm not even sure there are warehouses on top.
Of course there are warehouses. Where do you think they store their stuff?
In a stuff box? Come on, let's get this hydraulic cylinder back to the nest instead of blathering.
What are you gonna use it for?
We'll see. Hydraulics are always useful.
If you say so. Okay, a little bit of rust here and there, and that should be good.
A job well done.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just routine maintenance.
The nest hasn't flown in a while. Does it really need maintenance?
It requires maintenance precisely because it's not flying. That way, when it's ready to take off, it'll be fully operational.
Looks like a dirty job.
Ah, that's nothing. Just a bit of gunk. Scrubs right off.
Let's scrub it off right now. We all need a little maintenance, don't you think?
Am I supposed to believe that seeing my hands full of gunk is turning you on?
Certainly doesn't hurt.
Okay. But let me set some ground rules. No gear-based puns, whether it's about nozzles, cylinders, or pistons.
Flange gaskets?
Surprise me.
You? Are your bunch of cables going to remain in the entryway for a while?
Why?
Well, it isn't much use here. And I almost tripped on it again.
It's just in case.
Just in case of what? In case the nest breaks down? If you haven't found a use for them in a half-functioning ship, do you really think they'll be useful again someday?
Give me a minute to think of a scathing reply and we'll talk about it.
Meanwhile...
Meanwhile, the cables are indeed staying in the entryway. Just in case.
Do you think that the big door is still open?
I hope so.
This is a pretty one.
Yeah?
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure you were still there.
Seeing your butt.
My butt missing you too.
Alone?
I think this one's my favorite.
Hey, I know this place.
You know, in spite of the rust, the earthquake and all, I think I'm starting to like this planet.
Starting to? You've been enamored with it from the start.
I think we found the shortcut. Make sure they don't get squished.
Wanna go in?
Hey, this place is super nice.
Kay, look! There's a library!
That's great. You were just complaining you had no reading material.
Oof, Glishtentar? Have you ever heard of a book titled Oof, Glishtentar?
No. This one here is entitled Gorginimold.
Flurmglyphin. What does Flurmglyphin mean?
Oh, I have Flurum Glyphin Ostrusi here. Must be a sequel.
Ugh. Please don't tell me all of the books in this library are written in this weird language. I'm about to cry.
Huh. I have one with images.
If you think I'll be satisfied with a children's picture book...
Who said it was a children's book? Check it out.
Huh? Okay. We'll take this one. I got a big one.
It's too bad Oink can't come with us on the wall.
With his short legs, poor guy wouldn't be able to keep up.
We've circled back. pieces or not, these chips are getting the job done.
Please don't remind me.
Stop it! You're scaring them.
We're speeding toward them, and you think my boo is the scary part.
It smelled good around here. What's the highest a flow thread can go? Right. I'm silly, I forgot about the bridges.
Almost wiped out. I saw you.
Whatever.
It could always be useful.
As usual, let me know if you want to go in front.
Of course.
Come on, it can't be.
Bye-bye. More housing.
These aren't too desolate. You wouldn't know that they've been abandoned all these years.
It might not have been that long.
Huh?
My mom said that she was still vice president when it all blew up. And I remember when she got that position. I was little, but I remember there was a party. Which means that this whole explosion thing happened afterward. Like 20 years ago at most.
That's about what I was thinking.
Oh yeah? How so?
I don't know. The architectural style, the kitschy decor, it feels familiar. I feel like I know this era.
Well, I don't.
That's because you were living on top with tasteful people. Although this type of house is pretty rare on Truth, too. Shall we check if one is open?
Let's go.
Yes, okay, we'll eat.
Should I open it or should you? What's that you picked up?
This?
Oh, he's cute!
Isn't he? Can we keep him?
I don't know, Kay. Who will take care of him?
I will.
You're saying that now, but you'll lose interest in 2 weeks. And after that, I'll be the one taking him on walks and picking up his poop.
Oh no, I swear. And I'm sure he'll be tidy. Isn't that right, Snetty? He'll be so tidy.
His name is Snetty?
Yes, I believe. That just came to me.
Snetty's cute. All right, let's keep him.
You hear that, Snetty? We're gonna find you a new home. How about we take a look?
There isn't much space. Could you see yourself living in a place like this?
Oh yeah, no problem. You just need to pare stuff down. Let go of what's unneeded. I don't think the two of us could do it though. In such a small space, we'd keep stepping on each other's toes. It would be unbearable. Do you see anything interesting?
No. Never mind. It's like you said. We have to let go of what's unneeded. Kay?
Yeah?
Look up there.
That came down nearby. Maybe one fragment away, tops.
Do you think that was another hornet?
We need to be careful until we know for sure.
This is impossible. There can't be a fault line on each floating fragment.
No, the vibrations are likely propagating through the flow. Also, earthquakes aren't necessarily the result of fault lines.
Yeah? What else can it be?
Volcanic activity, for example.
Oh, well, how reassuring.
Do we stink or something?
We almost missed this one. perfect landing.
As always.
Well, that was tasty. Didn't you like it?
I did. But I'm thinking that there must be some way to make it better. Maybe if we switched up the ingredients?
Ugh, we still don't know what was in the last cocoon that fell out of the sky.
This is bothering you, isn't it?
Yes? Wait, can I get a redo? I messed up.
Really? I liked it a lot.
a glutton.
We're ready to go. Care to take us back to your place?
Is this it?
That was fast.
Higher! Higher! For here or to go?
To go.
Too bad.
It does stink a little.
Huh.
I guess we are above a pocket of decomposing organic matter.
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Look at that huge rock. You used to work on rocks, didn't you?
Once again, I'm a biologist, not a geologist. But you're right. That is a cool rock.
You evens the score! It's incredible!
Ah, finally. I was starting to get bored. Now I can start playing for real. Now I'm hungry.
I know, right? Yum.
On your mark.
Now! Woo! This one's ready.
I'm on it.
Ah! Are you okay? Nice one. Yes! What's up? Getting tired? Square in the face. Okay! You bet I do. Nice one.
Oh, Blute! He's ripe for the picking.
Harvest time.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
We make a good team. It's gonna be all right.
Another one.
Well, the smell has got a little better.
I bet you we just got used to it.
I have a good one. Watch your six.
These guys are creeps. Whew. We lost him.
Ow. You whipped me with your hair.
I'm sorry. I can't control it.
Three, two, one.
Go, go, go!
I don't even think he felt that.
Go, go, Kay!
Starting to look pretty tired.
Nice one.
Shielding.
Perfect. Aha! Now that is a hit. Bam!
I won't be able to take it much longer.
That looks bad. You know what to do.
I got this.
Your turn.
Yep.
There you go. Yes! All clean. This is where we came from, isn't it?
Certainly is.
We're gonna get stuffed.
I just hope the smell won't stay in our clothes.
Oh no! I didn't even think of that.
Ready?
Go, go, Kay! Cover me.
Yes!
That looks bad.
That'll teach them.
You're safe. Nice. He lowered his guard.
That one must sting. He's getting worn out.
Aha! Now that is a hit. Whoa. Are you okay? Square in the face.
He's getting worn out. Poor guy didn't see it coming. Oh, flute. Starting to look pretty tired. He's rush shielding.
That looks bad.
One to go. Ah, that one must have hurt.
I'll keep them at bay. Nice one.
Are you all right? He's getting worn out. He's ripe for the picking.
Harvest time.
We make a good team. This one is nice and ripe. Are we saving those for later?
Of course.
This one's a little rotten, isn't it?
You're a little rotten.
Huh?
Sorry, it was a reflex. I can officially say that I've lost my sense of smell. The stench has contaminated my nostrils into my brain. Apple dews will never taste the same again.
So that's a win, isn't it?
That was the wrong way.
All right. I don't think I can smell it anymore either.
Smell what? Hey, that's for cooking. Too easy. You didn't have any of these on Truth, did you?
No, ours sucked. It's much nicer this way.
So, are we gonna talk about it, or
About
you? Your medal. Source.
what?
I can't believe this isn't nagging at you. It's nagging at me. How come an item that evidently came from Source found its way around the neck of an apiary kid? Don't you remember where you found it?
No, and I already told you it was mine when I was a kid. I already had it when the home took me in.
And before that?
Before what? I don't remember, I was too young.
Alright, Kay. You might think I'm crazy, but have you considered the possibility that you...
Might have been born on Source? Yeah? I've been mulling it over since we opened that door. It's a plausible hypothesis. My parents might have been part of the Source settlers, and I would have been evacuated, though they weren't. That would explain the home, this key around my neck.
And? What do you think?
It would be pretty reassuring in a way. I've always been told that my parents abandoned me, without any explanation. I think if I had a choice, I'd prefer the Source settler story. Even if that would also mean they probably died here. I'm a horrible person, aren't I?
No. No. I don't think so. I think it's normal to think that. But I guess I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how I would react in the same situation.
I don't know either.
You know, I don't think I would mind it if you were born on Source. I've always dreamed of meeting a pretty stranger from another planet. Ugh, we still don't know what was in the last cocoon that fell out of the sky.
This is bothering you, isn't it?
Yes?
Please, take my place. Another bit of rust for your collection?
Oh, cool. I don't have this one yet.
Do you think we'll have enough?
We never have enough. This one smells weird.
Chuck it then.
Are you insane?
Another one.
Let's share those. What's that funny smell?
I can't smell a thing.
Look, these two are stuck. Okay. Cover me. Are you okay? Surprise!
We not sure they like that.
Ah! Shielding. Works like a charm. Not You know what to do.
I got this.
Bye-bye. I got your back.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
One down.
I'll keep. Oh no, you.
Yep,
Saw that. I'm not really blocking.
oh, Blue, see you around.
My shoe.
Are you all right? Let's get it over with.
And done.
Oh,
Do you need a cure capsule?
I'll consider it.
One left.
He's ripe for the picking.
Harvest time. Great job.
You're welcome.
That was easy. Are you sure this one is ripe?
It passes. What goes up must come down.
As long as they do it softly. What about now? Can't you smell that?
Smells a bit swampy, I guess. Pretty normal.
I'm not saying it's not normal. I'm just saying it stinks. Stars. We'll ride again.
You're safe.
Nice. This one's ready. You know what to do.
Yep.
Shield up.
One down.
You bet I do. One left.
You. Why?
I'm not really blocking any longer. Hey, that's cheating. How?
Let's get it over with.
And done.
See you around. Done and done. That was the last one. This is giving me a great recipe idea.
No spoilers.
stink a little.
Huh.
I guess we are above a pocket of decomposing organic matter.
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. This one doesn't look very good.
Let's not judge based on appearances.
We were right.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I did. It's not worth it.
Okay. Woo! Wakes you right up. Well, the smell has got a little better.
I bet you we just got used to it. Are you okay? No motion sickness?
Are you kidding? Thank you, sweetie.
Ugh, we still don't know what was in the last cocoon that fell out of the sky.
This is bothering you, isn't it?
Yes?
It feels like we're getting close to the end of the game. So I'm thinking either tomorrow or Thursday we're going to try to wrap things up, and we might come on earlier than usual just simply because. Well, simply because I want to try to get as much done with the game as I can, because like I said, we're getting close to the end. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy.